Next news. Breaking news from the White House.
I'm Gary Franchi reporting from just outside the White House in Washington, where Democrats have hit a new low. While they fight tooth and nail to protect illegal immigrants from deportation, American workers are literally going hungry. TSA agents, the people who are keeping your flight safe, are now lining up at food banks because Democrats refuse to fund the Department of Homeland Security. This is what their priorities look like, America. And let me be crystal clear here. The Democrats in Congress have shut down funding for DHS. Why? Because they refuse to let President Trump enforce our immigration laws. They refuse to fund ICE. They refuse to let this administration remove dangerous criminals from our streets. And who pays the price? Not the politicians in their fancy offices, not Hakeem Jeffries with his taxpayer-funded salary. No, it's the hardworking TSA officers who show up every single day to keep you safe when you fly. It's the CBP officers protecting our borders. These are federal employees with families, with mortgages, with bills to pay, and right now, they're not getting paychecks. They're standing in food bank lines while Democrats grandstand about their so-called principles. This is hostage taking, and you are the hostage. And you know, speaking of people who've been through struggles and found real solutions, you see, for years, my wife struggled with chronic pain and anxiety. Endless appointments, little relief. It was heartbreaking to watch. Then we discovered red light therapy through Jonathan Otto, and everything changed. Her pain eased, anxiety lifted, and she finally sleeps and feels like herself again. I felt stronger and more energized too. And it's backed by NASA research, FDA cleared, and it supports pain relief, inflammation reduction, and recovery. Our setup delivers powerful proven wavelengths for real results at home. Skip expensive clinic visits and invest in your health. Check out myredlight.com and use code NNN for savings today. Now let me show you just how bad the situation has got for American workers. What I'm about to show you should make your blood boil. We've got footage from airports across the country, TSA workers going without pay, travelers stuck in lines for hours, and Democrat leaders blaming everyone but themselves. And the White House Rapid Response Team just dropped this first clip, and it tells you everything you need to know about Democrat priorities. You see, pay attention. What they just posted, it's from Pittsburgh International Airport, a food bank set up inside an American airport. Not for homeless people, not for disaster victims, for federal employees who haven't been paid in weeks. 250 boxes of food delivered at 7 in the morning for TSA and CBP officers. Watch this.
The airport has teamed up with the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank, offering a food pantry for local TSA agents as well as Customs and Border Patrol officers.
Obviously, they're going without paychecks, and we want to do everything we can to support them. 250
boxes of fresh produce as well as non-perishables were delivered to the airport around 7 o'clock Thursday morning. The food bank says help will be provided as long as it's needed.
Did you hear that? Help will be provided as long as it's needed. As long as it's needed? These workers shouldn't need food bank assistance. They have jobs. They show up every day and protect American travelers. But because Democrats won't fund DHS, because they'd rather protect illegal immigrants than American workers, these patriots are accepting charity just to feed their families. And it's not just the workers suffering. Check out what travelers are going through. It is absolutely insane. Now watch this traveler at the airport traveled and arrived 3 hours early for her flight, not even sure she's going to make it. And listen to what she has to say to Congress. This is a real American dealing with real consequences of Democrat obstruction.
What has this been like today?
This is creating anxiety for me. You know, I expected there to be longer waiting time. I came at least 3 hours ahead of time, and this is just unbelievable. So for me to actually get on my flight, my thoughts are I'm not going to make it.
Your flight's out at what time?
9:40. Boarding starts at 9 o'clock.
And you're probably an hour and a half away from the front, don't you think?
Absolutely. So we'll see.
What do you think about Congress right now? What would you want to say to them?
This is not right. This is creating havoc. And as you look around, we can see that it's creating this for everyone. It's not just one person or two people. It's a whole lot of people. So just get a grip. We're the ones that are suffering for this. So let's see if there's something that can be done about it.
Perfect.
The woman said it perfectly. Get a grip. We're the ones suffering for this. She got there 3 hours early, and she was still an hour and a half from the front of the line. Her flight boards at 9, and she's standing there wondering if she'll even make it. It's not some political game to her. This is her life. her travel plans, her stress levels through the roof, and she knows exactly who is responsible. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Senate just took action while regular Americans wait in endless lines. Guess who's been skipping right past TSA? Members of Congress, that's right, the same politicians who caused this mess, have been using fast-track privileges to avoid the chaos that they created. Well, the Senate just said enough is enough. Watch this.
Priorities, premier access or short-term security. Check your boarding passes, guys. Check your boarding passes, please, for priority, guys, please.
No more special treatment, no more fast-track privileges for politicians while you and I wait in line to stretch for hours. The Senate passing a bill banning members of Congress from skipping TSA lines is about time. If Hakeem Jeffries wants to shut down DHS, then Hakeem Jeffries can wait in line like everybody else. So let's make it law, right, President Trump? And speaking of Jeffries, wait until you hear this excuse for all of this. One report, they caught up with House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. They asked him point blank, what's your message to TSA workers going without paychecks? What he said is absolutely delusional. He actually tries to blame Republicans while his party holds the entire Department of Homeland Security hostage. Now listen to this garbage.
What's your message to TSA workers who are going without paychecks, people who are suffering in these long lines preparing to travel, who don't care about the finger pointing, who don't care about the politics, they just want Congress to get to some solution? What do you say to them? Why can't this be figured out?
We should be able to get this done today. All Speaker Johnson needs to do is bring the legislation to the floor that will pay TSA agents and reopen the parts of the Department of Homeland Security that have nothing to do with ICE and have nothing to do with Trump's extreme and violent mass deportation machine. That's all that needs to happen. And yet, House Republicans and Senate Republicans have consistently rejected paying TSA agents. Why? It's because they don't support getting ICE under control. This is their policy. It's Trump's policy. It's Stephen Miller's policy to use taxpayer dollars to brutalize or kill American citizens, as we've seen with the cold-blooded killings of Renee Nicole Good and Alex Preddy. And the American people want that to stop. And if Republicans are unwilling to deal with that issue, they shouldn't be holding TSA agents hostage. They shouldn't be holding the American people hostage. But Republicans are intentionally creating chaos in airports all across America. It needs to end. Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the presidency. This could end today. But Republicans don't want it to.
Did you catch that? He called enforcing our immigration laws a violent mass deportation machine. He accused ICE of brutalizing and killing American citizens. It's insane. He's defending illegal immigrants while American TSA workers can't feed their families. And then he has the audacity to say Republicans are creating chaos. Hakeem, your party is blocking the funding. Your party chose illegal immigrants over American workers, and the projection is unbelievable. Now I'm going to tie all this together for you. Here's the bottom line right here from Washington. Democrats have made their choice, and it's not you. Food banks at airports for federal workers, travelers waiting hours, missing flights, dealing with anxiety and chaos. The Senate finally forcing Congress to wait in the same lines they created. And Hakeem Jeffries standing there with a straight face, blaming Republicans while his party holds DHS funding hostage to protect illegal immigrants from deportation. This is the modern Democrat Party. They will let American workers starve before they let President Trump enforce immigration law. They will let airports descend into chaos before they fund ICE. Your suffering, your inconvenience, your missed flights, that's all acceptable collateral damage to them. Now, President Trump, right behind me, and the Republicans are ready to end this shutdown today. All Democrats have to do is fund the Department of Homeland Security, fund TSA, fund CBP. Let ICE do its job, but they won't, because protecting illegal immigrants matters more to them than protecting you. So remember this moment, America. Remember who caused this chaos. Remember who let federal workers go hungry. And remember, in every single election, from now until these people are voted out of office for good. And share this video with everyone you know. They need to see what Democrats are doing to this country. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell, because the mainstream media will not tell you the truth, but we will. I'm Gary Franchi, reporting from just outside the West Wing. Stay informed and stay free.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now. You know out.